time has gone 7 minutes after the hour 7 o'clock. I beg your pardon, after the hour 6 o'clock, and welcome to it. This is a live transmission coming from our headquarters here at the GCRS studios in Pretoria, in Hatfield to be exact. Welcome to the second program of the Khetha programs, a series of programs that we're going to be having. We're going to be having about 17 to come, 16 from now on. There's 2 that we have had already, and this being the second one, we've had one which was an absolute blessing to have, and information given to you as well, and hopefully that you've enjoyed that last program that we had. So, my name is Karabalans, and thank you so much that you've taken some time to be with us this evening. We're going to continue with what we spoke about last week, which is all got to do with career development and so forth, which is partly what the Khetha guys are doing at the Department of Higher Education and Training. And if you want an entry point in terms of contacting us, you're more than welcome to do that. I'll give you the toll-free number that we have. It's very easy. It's 0800 142 446. So that's 0800 142 446. And later on, I'll be giving you all the other contact details on Facebook and Twitter in order for you to be in touch with us. And joining us in the studio, Dorothy Ngoza, and she's coming from the department. She's the Career Development Officer, or you can call it the Information Officer if you want. She's going to be telling us a little bit more about the subject matter for this evening, which is career development practice. And she's the career development practitioner, by the way. So she's going to be telling us everything that's got to do with that. And I do have my guided questions here, but we will deviate at times. Dorothy, right? Welcome to it. Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you very much, Karabo, and I'm happy to be with the listeners.
100%. So there we go. Dorothy Ngoza. By the way, you can call us and speak to us in any language of your choice. Mawufuna ukukhulumisa isiZulu nathi ungenza kanjalo, ungashaya ucingo 0800 142 446. Awuyiloko mhlomongwe okanye kokubulela ka limi la Sepedi ngoba any of the Sesotho languages. When I said Zulu, I was actually meaning the Nguni languages. You're more than welcome to do that. O ka lele tsamogala gape le wena le gore o nyoko bulela ka polelo engwe le ngwe le gore e wela ka mofase ga Sesotho group of languages. 0800 142 446. Ke nomoro mpio fela ngore tlebosa le feselo ga ile gore o tšhomiša mogala wa gago wa Telkom. So without wasting any further time, I think let's jump into it. I know the listeners are very excited about the content for this evening, and they're looking forward to it like they were last week, Dorothy. So thank you so much for coming through. Arulelega career development practice itself. When we're talking about that, what is it exactly that we're talking about?
Okay, when we are speaking about the career development practitioners, let me start from them. Is that we are speaking about people that are offering career information to people either by actually working at the Department of Labor or working at the TVET colleges as student support services, or working at the Department of Higher Education and Training or the Department of Correctional Service, or any NGO whereby people are offering people career information. The information that it will be able to assist the person to move from a school-based environment to a university environment or any form of training and to an employment environment. So we are talking about people that are able to provide such information and support.
It sounds like these are the most important, well, not the only ones, but they fall within the category of some of the most important people, taking into consideration what I always say with regards to the early childhood development teachers playing a very important role in terms of launching our kids for the future. And even them, I mean, at that time of someone's life, they play a very important role because they point you out to the right direction. Now, somebody needs to be very skilled, and it's come to that. And somebody can even say maybe somebody needs to be very qualified. Are there any qualifications that are attached to that? Does somebody needs to go and study to become that?
Okay, what you said, Karaba, it's very important because of now, you know that our country is faced with the socio-economic issues, whereby now we are having the youth that are unemployed, basically. So these people really, they actually direct the person to a right path. Okay, currently I'm happy to announce that the Department of Higher Education and Training is working in collaboration with the ETDPC to actually have a qualification that is registered with the South African Qualifications Authority. We are having an occupational certificate which is called Career Development Information Officer. Occupational qualification is registered at an NQF level 5. So Anybody that wants to actually study or are interested to be in this kind of an environment, then they are more than welcome. But currently, what the ETDP-SETA is doing right now is that they are busy trying to put together the material for the qualification itself. And now, what they are doing now is that when they are complete with the process of putting together the material, then they will look for the provider, a suitable provider that will be able to offer the qualification. But I'm excited that anybody that is having an NQF level 5 qualification, which is related to what we are doing right now. It might be an NQF level 5 qualification as a human resource manager, basically a certificate, then you are able to come into this field. But remember that we need people that are really qualified to operate within the space where we are.
Somebody might be saying, hey, wait. You guys are mentioning a lot of terms right now, and I'm kind of getting lost. Let's take a couple of steps back.
Okay.
You're mentioning NQF and ETDT. Yeah, all those abbreviations and stuff like that. But the one that I really want to focus on right now is this one, NQF. If somebody doesn't understand exactly what you're talking about with that abbreviation, can you give us just a scope when you're talking about NQF levels? What is it exactly that you're talking about?
Okay, an NQF is an abbreviation, but what it stands for is the National Qualifications Framework. So it clearly means that for every training or for every qualification that you have, they need to be an area. It's more or less, let me give an example to say that it's like a step ladder.
Right.
Yes, you know that, okay, if I completed my grade 9, then where am I in terms of the NQF? We'll say that, okay, in that particular format, you are in NQF level 1. If I completed my matric or a senior certificate or an NCV level 4 certificate, where am I? We'll say that you are on NQF level 4. It actually structure out the qualification to say that who is who at which level.
Right.
So we are able to say that, okay, for this particular qualification, or maybe to further your studies at the university environment or at the TVET colleges, with the programs that are offered, you need to have a particular NQF level. Like, for example, if you want to access the NCV, National Certificate Vocational Program, you need to have an NQF level 1 qualification, which is the grade 9. Yes, or standard 7, if we put it to accommodate the listeners that are
to accommodate me. I can tell you that right now. Standard 7, that's what I can relate to. 0800 142 446. That's 0800 142 446. I'd like to hear from you. What is it that you would like to hear? Or maybe you've got a question that you would like to ask Medoroth here. You're more than welcome to give us a call on that toll-free number, 0800 142 446. Okay, so in summary, NQF level 5 is which level?
Okay, let's say it's like more or less, let me give an illustration that it is like a higher certificate.
Right.
Yes, a higher certificate maybe in the university, we'll say that, okay, it's an NQF level 5 because of when you look at the NQF level 6. But I would like to clear it out to make it clear to the listeners that as we are talking about the NQF itself, we do not necessarily refer to the formalized qualifications that a person can get from the universities only. We are talking also of the qualifications that can be also done at the TVET colleges.
Wow.
It might also refer to when you are looking at the RPL, because of the NQF itself as a policy, it says that learning cannot be acquired through only going to school only. A person is able to acquire learning through maybe working. For example, a person has been working as a human resource manager for a very long time during the apartheid, and this person doesn't have a formalized qualification because of they were not allowed to go to school at that time. So now, what are we saying to that person? Because of the NQF, it's another means that the government is actually using to try to readdress the social injustices.
Which is absolutely awesome, if you ask me. 0800 142 446. 0800 142 446. I've got very capable producers this evening. Very excited on the team here. I've got Ntate Lennox Class. He's going to be on the telephones. So the very first person that you're going to be reaching when you call me, it will be Lennox Class. He'll be taking your details down, and later on I'll be speaking to you on the line. So give us a call on that number, 0800 142 446. Amending our satellite transmission in terms of sound and connectivity is none other than the man himself, Linda Mazibugo. Thank you so much, guys, for making sure that we do the right thing this evening. I really appreciate it. And of course, I mean, somebody that's documenting the whole thing for you to look at on YouTube is my main man, Pudetswai. He's on video camera. In fact, not even one. He's running both of them together by himself. He's doing an absolutely amazing job. So there we go. That's the team for this evening. 0800 142 446 17 after 6 o'clock. If you've just joined us, welcome to it. This side of the radio. Glad to have you this evening. Let's move on. Maybe let me ask you this question that's very, very interesting. In fact, my colleague Lennox and I have been talking about it and actually wondering. This is such an awesome program that the department has put together. And I wonder, can you give us an example really maybe of... have you assisted someone in terms of a career choice and today they're doing successfully in life and making a difference maybe even in their community, in their families and so forth? Have you done the type of thing? Can you give us examples of those people?
Okay, let me just start by saying that the Career Development Services has existed from 2010. So you can just imagine that when the minister was given the task to coordinate and to integrate the Career Development Services in South Africa, you can just imagine, yes, we are having a lot of success stories.
Yeah.
I can just tell you that, when you have such success stories, because of I used to work in the helpline. So you find that, you are overwhelmed because of not only are you able to direct a person to the right place where they will get information, but you are also able to say that, okay, there is a bursary being offered. There is this opportunity, a learnership being offered. There is this qualification that you can do, or maybe you can actually go to the university or the TVET colleges or any other, maybe University of Technology to do an RPL process. Because of now you have acquired the skill. So you are not only, opening people's eyes in terms of the opportunities that are there, but you are also opening people's eyes in terms of the policies that the government is introducing. Because of now the service is offered in different language, like this radio station whereby you are able to speak in different languages.
Yeah.
We are having people that are able to speak any language of your choice. And, we are offering this information because of we see the importance. Because of we are talking about a person in Matatiele. We are talking of a person in Khabalazan, where I'm from, where a person has to have the necessary information. Because of, for example, I'm from that rural area, deep rural area, where by now you do not have access to internet. Talk less of using computer in a school.
Yeah.
So now having a person that will say that, okay, send us a please call me, send us this maybe any WhatsApp. We will be able to call you. We are able to sit down with a person and speak to that person and offer the information that they require.
Absolutely wonderful. Khabalatsane kana iko kae?
Khabalatsane iko northwest.
Which part ya northwest?
Northwest, they are around bo Muthuhlungu, Lehlabile, Maboloka.
Right.
Yes.
So if you're listening around that area, I would like to hear from you. Here's somebody that's coming from your own community, somebody who's making a difference in your life, and maybe you can even get assisted by her this evening. Who knows? 0800 142 446 is the number to dial, and I would like to hear from you. Maybe let's take a first caller. Looks like sizokhuluma isiZulu ke ngoku manje. Sorry, ngoku konje ngoku is Xhosa, right? So sizokhuluma isiZulu manje. All right, let's speak to Mbulelo from Izwi Lethu. Mbulelo?
Kunjani futhi?
Bhuti wami ngiyaphila, kunjani wena?
Ngiphilile futhi. Mina manje nongilokhu ngimamele i-radio la i-village. Ngiyathetha lapho ngama NQS lapho.
Yeah.
Na interested kuwe manje kumele ngenze njani?
Ufuna ukwenzani baba?
I-correctional service.
Ufuna kuba what exactly? The correctional service itself is very broad. Mbulelo, wena ufuna ukwenzani lapha ku correctional services?
Ufuna i-prison warder.
Ufuna kuba i-prison warder baba. Yeah, serving your community. Just hold the line quickly. Let's see how Sis Dorothy can respond to that. Sis Dorothy, any advice to Mbulelo?
Okay, let me start clarifying this information. Ithi ngokuchazela baba ukuthi masikhuluma nge-NQF angisho sikhuluma ngokuthi ama qualification akuphi kwi-NQF ne. So manje if wena ufuna ukusebenza lapha correctional service mhlambe kumele ukuthi ufundele i-qualification that will give you the opportunity to work there. For example, i-correctional service kuba i-warder but angisho i-Department of Correctional Service baya advertise ama posts ne, and then kwa ama post lawo ukuthi bazokutraina bazokutshela ukuthi okay bafuna mhlambe i-NQF level 4 qualification, which is your matric or your NCV or your entry certificate. plus 2 other official languages angisho ne then lapha khona yila khona bazokwenzani bazokutraina kahle ukuthi wena ube i-prison ward but kukhona i-specialization mabuka i-correctional service kukhona ama-psychologist kukhona abumeli like lawyers kukhona like ama-social worker kukhona nje abudokotela kukhona i-human resource managers khona lapha there are a whole lot of people also that exist within that particular space so wena ufanele ukuthi ubuke ukuthi okay if then bangangithathi nge-matric wami yini lento lengayifundela mhlambe ukuthi ngi-access the opportunity there because of so many people bayahlala bhuti wami nekagiso bahlale bathi okay I'm waiting for when the department will take me I've applied to become a soldier I've applied to become a police but I'm not being taken but umuntu yena manje afundi you don't study you end up sitting at home then kufika age yokuthi hayi wena manje angeke bakuthathe manje so I'm encouraging you bhuti wami ukuthi kukhona abantu abaningi ba exista kule space so the best thing is that continue applying usebenzisa umatric wakho if unawo matric if awunawo matric please contact us we are here for you this service is for you ngizwane bhuti wami
okay ngiyakuzwa sisi
alright Mbulelo
malalela bhuti ngiyamuzwa sisi ne manje mina ngine level 1 no
on the NQF level 1 is that what you say
yeah so they was informing level 1 ukuthi no yona isebenza kanjani yona
all right thank you so much Mbulelo listen on the radio and we'll definitely explain to you what the NQF level 1 is all right thank you so much Mbulelo calling all the way listening via Izule to radio and before we do that let's take Boitsepo let's alma hikeng I was there a couple of months ago Mahikeng Boitsepo good evening to you
Hello guys
Rateng me when okay
good day Abuti I'm listening to the radio now ne
yeah
and then kinani NQF level 5 no for your ECD
all right before we get into it which radio station are you listening from Mafikeng Community Radio all right thank you so much for them all right go on
yeah kinani NQF level 4 and 5 your ECD early childhood development ne yeah and then and also matric
okay
yeah and then kinani problem each and every time when ke go apply at the university they tell me for teaching ECD diploma in ECD I mean in grade R ne they tell me they no longer consider NQF levels so I really don't know what must a person do then because also matric they tell me the points sa ka ga di lekane gore nka qualify for that grade R teaching course
all right bare ba batla eng for you to qualify
bare ba batla matric and then ga ke ba fa matric ba re di points tsa ka ga di lekane unless we in that 23 or 25 upwards but there are other people ba ile gore ba tsaya but ga bana matric motho a teng fitlhela ana le grade 11 then I asked them how can you take motho ona le grade 11 nna ke tla ka matric and ECD level 5 mo golona and then they said it's possible gore motho a kana a tswa ko grade 11 a ba go feta ka di points ona le those qualifications
okay but listen on the maybe let me keep you can I keep on the line for a bit? Okay, I'm going to keep you on the line for a bit, just in case you're about to robot a follow-up question. Dorothy responded to that. Did you get that, Dorothy?
Yeah, I did. The university said admission requirements. But one thing that I always tell my clients, it's very important to familiarize yourself with the policies of each institution. Because of like the policies on the admission requirements. Then look at the admission requirements for any program that you want to do. Ne? How's no fetsa fela? Here is the police. I get policy alone. Le rile motho atle le matric and then la bolela ka di points it's an additional qualification. Now I'm additional qualification, which is my early childhood development certificate.
Yeah.
So can I not be accepted? Because of utlwelangwaneso hangata batho ba di university ba etsa gore ba re kwalele menyako ko ntle. But the only person o kgono access menyako abuti ka beng go ke motho le goreng o na le information.
Right.
Ke motho le goreng o na le ikitso e le goreng ke a maleba. Wa utlwisisa gore kana ke a itse gore ke ditse di right tsaka. ke kgopela gore he le mfe admission. But I will also say to you, my sister, gore apply go other universities as well, just to have an opportunity. So rosanela university e one fela kere o nnele le di university tse dingwe o apply le ko teng.
All right, did you hear that, Witepo?
Oh, okay, I can do that, Abusi.
O tla ba sharp, or would you need us maybe to give you a call or discussing offline?
Yeah, I could a call offline, please.
Can we do that, Dorothy? We'll take your details down. Yeah. All right, as we tap, we'll take your details down quickly, and then we'll get the guys to give you a call from the career development section. Yako DHET. Thank you so much for calling in. Here's a man with a big name, Joseph. Listening, Joseph is using technology in a different way. A lot of people are listening on your typical radio. Your radio set as you know it. Joseph is taking it on another level. He's probably traveling at the moment, maybe just walking, getting some breeze there, listening on his phone all the way from Witbank. Wow, Joseph, thank you so much for calling in.
Hello.
Hi, Joseph.
Hey, le guy.
Le guy.
Re teng re bona pula ka mo Witbank.
Monna pula eo ya batlega monna. Ya batlega ka mona, ya batla le Limpopo.
Yeah, ke ne le question ka tsela. Yeah, ke tshwenne payroll, ke ne le payroll certificate and human resource management for national diploma. So I get to where can I go from now?
Okay. Joseph is basically saying he's armed, but he does not see the target. Okay, Joseph, thank you so much for calling. Listen on the radio.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Joseph ra leboga haholo ka kholo ya hao. It's very important gore Joseph wena o ikitse ro batlo ya go kae, because of rona di career information officers or the career development practitioners. What we can do is just to actually direct you to the right path. And then it's very important ke hlalosa hangata kere ho bohlokwa gore motho a itse gore okay ke batlo ipona ke le mo this particular stage mo bophelong baka, and then ha ke kgone ho fihlella gore re sebedisane mmogo e re he ke o fa advice le wena o isale morago. So Joseph, I'm going to request some of my colleagues le nna nkanetse ka ho founela hosane gore re nne le tabe re bolele hantle akere gore kana at least re kgone direct to the right path.
All right, good stuff. Joseph, you're also going to get a call from our guys here, so stand by for that. 0800 142 446, 0800 142 446. Pretty excited to have you on YouTube as well. If you are watching this, hopefully the information that we're giving here is going to be of use to you. So thank you so much for that one there. So 0800 142 446. Beg your pardon, Tsogofatso is calling from the northwest. They're probably listening to my Hikeng FM as well. Tsogofatso?
Hello, okay.
Re ga Tsogo?
Nna ke ne ke kopa go botsane ke na le grade 11 ke batla go dira MT level, ke batla go dira grade 12.
O batla go etsang?
Ke batla go dira certificate sa grade 12, I think grade 12 ke na le grade 11 as.
Right, so you want to know gore o kaya kae and how can you do it? All right, okay. Thank you so much, Tsegofatso. Before we go back, before we answer Tsegofatso's question, maybe let me take Mabuti. Mabuti all the way from Mossel Bay, Eden FM. Thank you so much, Eden FM, for taking our broadcast this evening. Mabuti?
Mala putu kunjani?
Apparently it's been said that way. I've been practicing it for months and I'm still not getting it right, but hopefully you know what I'm saying, right, Mabuti? Tata. What's your question?
Umbuzo wami kusisi ndifuna ukubuza ngeliphi ixesha le-right for uba baye kwi-students ku-grade 11 okanye ku-grade 12 to advise abantwana ukuze bathathe i-careers ezi-right.
Mabuti, that's what I want to call a life-changing question, that one there. Is that the only one that you have?
Andiva?
Is that the only question that you have?
That's all.
Thank you so much, Tata. Thank you so much for calling in all the way from Mossel Bay, and thank you to Eden FM. 0800 142 446, 0800 142 446. All right, let's go back. Tseho is saying that she's got grade 11. She wants to continue with a grade 12. One thing that I didn't ask is her age. Maybe it was a good thing that I didn't do that. So let's leave that out. So, all right. So she's got grade 11. She wants to do grade 12, senior certificate. Any advice?
Okay, re tshwanetse gore re lebelle gore Tshegowa o tlwetse sekolong ka grade 11 a kere ke grade 11
Right.
because of gona no o tshwanetse gore lena a ikitse gore you know go tloela sekolo, you know, as much as I understand gore go na le matsapa mo bophelong a gore a etse motho gore kana a tlwele grade sekolo mo gare a kere like grade 11. For example, gona no re tshwanetse re lebelle le dingwaga tsa hae. It's very important to ask a woman her age when it comes to this matter.
Yeah, don't get some trouble, Ruthie. Let me not go there. You'll do it. I will just keep quiet.
Okay, but here go na le an amended senior certificate ela ya rona ela ya gale ba re ke senior certificate a kere. The senior certificate was last written ka 2008 a kere. Yes. Okay.
All right.
So ne le ba bitsa ba re ke old curriculum.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
before the introduction of grade ba re ke eng a national senior certificate, no na le senior certificate.
Right.
So now the Department of Basic Education e bone bohlokwa ba that senior certificate ho batho ba le gore ga ba fetsa sekolo ka nako a kere, or maybe motho isala tloela sekolo ka gore mama isala hlokofala le papa hlokofala, so ha gona tswela ka pele ka sekolo because of nana le bana ba go habo ba le gore na tshwanetse ra ba hodisa a kere a ilo thola mosebetsi. So the Department of Basic Education no, let's bring back this amended senior certificate to give those people an opportunity to come back and write a kere ne. So mo gona motho o tshwanetse re a ye go di IET institution, adult education and training centers tse le gore na di bitsa re ke di ABET.
Ne ke re ke go ba highlights that one.
Yes, we now refer to them as adult education and training centers. Mo le gore ne re di bitsa re ke di ABET. Mo le gore ntshego a kaya a ilo register for the amended senior certificate. Ne? Batho ba teng ba ngwala ba register this year. Let me say that from the beginning of September, then ba tlo ngwala next year ka May June.
Okay.
Yes. Then heba pasitse ba kgona kra certificate sa bona sela sa senior certificate. And le sona ba kgona tswela pele ka sona.
Ba go
the university.
Oh, with that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Because of it's an amended senior certificate.
Right.
One thing that I love about the IET centers, ba offer the classes. There are classes.
Yeah.
Ba prepare pila so that you get there and actually listen, because of I get ke khale motho a sa ye sekolong. So o hloka gore at least ba mo orientated around
speed,
yes about, and then happen to sang happy go Department of Basic Education e ditseng e beile the question paper mola or no, this is the kind of questions that we might be asking, and so but ba khona to familiarize le di questions plus le memorandum a ke ba bile hona mo. So a person o khona sebedisa tsona as a training to say okay, let me train using these questions.
Yeah.
Then it becomes really easy.
Awesome.
So ke gopela gore tshegolena re mo letsetsa mohala gore re khona mo director mo re khona mo identify la an IET center around her area so that gore a khona feletsa matric wa.
You want to talk about service delivery? We have service delivery in the studio, I can tell you now. But about your phone, not only are you calling in, but we're going to call you back.
Yes.
We're going to make sure that we're in touch with you. You want to talk about government at work? This is it. 25 minutes before 7, 0800 142 446, 0800 142 446. You know how nobody like a memorandum. You took me back, man. All doing the scope. Yeah? When the teacher says, hey, we're going to be writing exams, hey, Menier, aye, man, scope, man. You know, something naman wabona mus 0800 142 446 0800 142 446. I'd like to hear from you. Here's one question. Okay, we haven't answered, I think, the other ones. The ECD did we touch on it? Early childhood development.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we've dealt with that one. Okay. Here's one from me that I would really like to know from you. So, if the career development practitioner or practice profession is it being familiarized or formalized, and who is currently doing it in the country? Are there any specific institutions that focus on this specifically?
Okay. All right. At the moment, ke gopela gore re arabe potso ya Mabudi ya go Mossel Bay first, right, before I go into that. Mabudi asked a very important question. This is a life-changing question.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes. So, Mabudi o botsisitse gore when can you start go fa batho career guidance? I normally say gore the first person that, or the first people that are supposed to give a child a career guidance ke mama le papa ko ntlong. Yes. From when a child starta ho bolela, the mom and the father will say, you are going to become a doctor, you are going to become a teacher, you are going to do this. But the more mo lo hore kenela haholo ke mo lo horeng around grade 9, because of ngwana o tshwanetse gore a choose subject choice ka grade 12 ka grade 10 agera. So what we do is that we actually help motho gore a kgone choose the right subjects go grade 10, because of remember gore has no fitlhile go grade 9, grade 10 o tshwanetse gore a either mathematics, physical science, and life science, or I choose history, mathematics, literacy, or any other, maybe geography or tourism. Maybe it's about tourism. So basically, re kgone ho berekisana lena around that has no grade 9. We would like them to call us around grade 9. Right. That is why Renali this our apply now booklets that we just give out to the schools so that bana ba kgone na le a more inside information with regards to ho etsahalang ko ntle. All right. You have asked me a very important question, that who's actually coordinating the service that we offer. The Department of Higher Education and Training, under the leadership of Dr. Blade Nzimande. That is the department that is currently coordinating it. With regards to the professionalization of the career development practitioners as well, we have identified a potential professional body that would need to register to complete its registration and recognition process with the South African Qualifications Authority in order for them to professionalize the career development practitioners itself. Because of it's more or less like when you are having the service that you need to deliver, you do not only look at the fact that this service is for free to people, then you don't look at the quality of the service being offered also. That is why as a department we are really committed to ensure that people are having a quality value for money service, even if it is for free. But we are committed in doing that. But the Department of Higher Education and Training, the unit that is busy with this is the Career Development Services and Open Learning.
Right. So there we go. 20 minutes before 7, 0800 142 446 0800 142 446. You want to talk about somebody who's passionate about education transformation or educational transformation, whichever way you want to say it. Dr. Blade Nzimande had an opportunity to speak to him down in Cape Town. And look, let me tell you something. Man, he's hands-on. He's hands-on. Big ups, Minister. I think you're doing an absolutely amazing job. Let's take Rachel listening from Impact. Rachel, listening through radio station in Pretoria here with a tagline, always reaching higher. It's Rachel listening on Impact. Good evening to you, Rachel. Okay, let's move on. Let's take Spamandla. Spamandla from TUT Radio. Spamandla?
How are you, sir?
No, I'm all right, and you, sir?
I'm good, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my question to the lady in the studio there is that I'm a graduate in journalism. I studied journalism. I completed my diploma in journalism. I'm graduating next month, so hence I'm now busy studying with my BTech qualification again. So my question to her, could you please guide assist us in terms of seeking up for job opportunities, because we are busy now saying that we are graduates, but then we don't have any direction. Can you please assist us on that?
All right, Spamandla, first and foremost, let me just say to you, man, big ups for your achievement. It's not everybody that can get there. And I think it must have been a journey for you, but I think you did well. And big ups to you and congratulations, man.
Thank you, Garbo.
There we go. All right. Let's answer that, Spamandla.
Okay, karabo rona ka sepedi or ka Setswana. Rato re megolokwana kere.
Yeah, megolokwana. Wala vale rena abanna re di megolokwana. Re tloga re kita ka mao. Du vale ke tara dilo tse leng gore di ka mo khopolo re ka ska dira lo tsa. Yeah.
No, let me start by congratulating our brother for completing his diploma in journalism.
Amazing stuff.
Look, you did well.
Yeah.
And I'm also encouraging also listeners to take, something from this brother to say, look, I want to be somebody in life. Let me tell you about something with the career development services. We work together in terms of looking at your CV.
Oh, yeah?
We work together with you in terms of looking for the opportunities. We tell you how to actually register on the job websites, and we also work in collaboration with the Department of Labor. Yes, in terms of assisting a person to actually receive the information that they require in order for them to be a job market ready, basically. Right. So now what you can do is just to give us a shout. We'll give our contact numbers at the end of our show so that we'll be able to direct you appropriately where to go.
Good stuff. Spamandla, maybe a tip from me. What helped me, you see, there's also a lot of journalism and broadcasting. They're quite difficult to get into, to tap into. So one of the easiest way to do is to consider what they call volunteerism.
Yes.
If you go and volunteer, but you've got your step in the door, sometimes, mostly they're not going to pay you for it. You're going to be working for free. But if you volunteer, at least you're there. You see how things happen, and it's up to you to perform.
Yes.
And when that opening comes, the journalist leaves, maybe they go to another news agency, you're there. So consider that. You can go onto your local radio stations and ask them to be their journalists, to write stories for them.
Yes.
You can go to your newspapers and do that. That's helped me. I'm here because of I started off volunteering at a radio station here in Pretoria. All right, let's take the caller from the radio station I volunteered at. It's Rachel from Impact Radio. Rachel?
Hello.
Hello, Rachel.
Hey.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm well, thank you. What's your question?
Now, I've been listening to your radio station, and I've listened to the one lady who phoned in regarding ECD level 5.
Right.
Okay. I am working for a private higher education institution, and I would like her to phone our institution and think she can gain more information from us.
Awesome.
Regarding the ECD, regarding her qualifications, because we do the diploma in grade R, and yes, I would like her to contact us. Can I give you the details of our telephone numbers, and then she can phone our help desk?
All right,
and
okay.
She will get more answers from us.
All right, I was going to say, let's put you back to the producers, but I think a lot of people would really benefit from this. So you might as well just say it on air, the telephone number there, Rachel.
Yes, I will do so. That's no problem.
Go for it. What is the number they can reach you on?
They can phone our administration department.
Uh-huh.
And the number is 087
087
353
353
2555.
2555, yeah?
And yes, they are more willing to help and assist. And the company is called SANS Private Higher Education Institution.
Rachel, thank you so much for making your services available. Hopefully people have heard and they can give you a call.
Yes, please, let them do so. And our administration department help desk admin staff will greatly assist them.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, eh?
There we go.
Okay, bye. Bye.
You know, the president spoke about something, and not only the president, actually, it was the deputy president as well. They spoke about the community or the public becoming hands-on and putting their hands in to help government. And this is exactly what we're seeing this evening, that it's not only about government doing or government giving services, but the community rises up as well, and they say, look, we can help as well, which is an awesome thing, and we really, really appreciate it. 0800 142 446. Let's take Lerato from Mahikeng. Hey, what's going on in Mahikeng? Yeah, is our signal is that strong? Go Mahikeng. Linda, what have you done? Lerato in Mahikeng?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Off air. Okay, no worries. I'm going to put you back to my producers. Batlangadi number Taha will give you a call back. Just explain to them what is it that you would like to know. Maybe we can type it without you saying your name and saying the problem on air, and I'm not going to mention or maybe a question now, but just tell them what the problem is and how you would like to be helped, and they'll transmit that to me on the side of the studio. Thank you so much for calling in. So there we go. 0800 142 446. That's the number to dial. Sekgowa se ke kgale ke se bolela for the last couple of minutes ke bolela se sekgowa. Nke o le wena o letse motheletši man. Nke o letse o bolela ka Sepedi, o bolela ka Setswana, o bolela ka any of the Sotho. O ka bua Setswana. Ka nna Pule, what is it ka Sesotho? O ka bua Sesotho. Right? Yeah, Puda's nodding to say, hey, man, you got it right. So any language of your choice, you're more than welcome to call in. That will definitely help you. Mutusi from Mahikeng. Mutusi?
Hello, sir.
Legamme.
Ke teng le kae re?
Re teng mme ha nke bona le se seng ka ba se utlwile.
Oh,
Potso a re ke mme wa ka.
Nna ke mme o berekang ke na le bana ba babedi ba ile.
Yeah. Okay, what happened?
Bana ba ne ba na le tsone ba fitile mo go tsone mara ga gona go ba tsenang teng.
Or ba etsa bana ba mme?
Ra?
Or bana ba etsa jwang?
Go na le o na go tsa potso a re di-point tsa gagwe di lekane go ka be a tshotse o na le grade 12 di-point tsa gagwe di dira 23 or 32 mara ga ba mo tseye ba setse motho wa grade 11.
Mme o la founile
jaanong ne ke re le nna go diragala yalo ka bongwanake o mongwe o monnyane o na le grade 12 o na le diploma ya computer gone anong o dira N5 ko Taletso o dira communication le office work le IT so o na apply ko nursing college 3 years back le teng ba gana ba re di-point tsa gago di ko tlase mara di lekane yaka ba kwadile mo policing ya bona.
All right. Memutusi, re lwena ro founela just like we said re tla founela mmeola o mongwe akere. Ro founela lwena so we can get down to the bottom of this and see gore ka o thusa yang. Re tla founela ka mamorao Memutusi. Thank you so much for calling through. I appreciate it. Let's go to Khetha from Motse. And I think Mr. Mazibugo is going to be pretty excited because he's been wondering what the station is. No, here they are. Don't panic. All right, let me go. Khetha from Motse.
Yeah, I want to ask whether if only grade 11, is it possible like we know I didn't go class in your matric, then is it possible or university?
Khetha go tlo shapa wena man. Dumedisa pele how. Okay, or how you like it's a grade 11 gone yana?
No, o go class in your grade 12,
So go grade 12, yes.
Yeah, o passite I get which is like.
Okay, so o go class in grade 12, yes.
O passite term 1.
Yeah.
Ka level 7 to
Yeah.
Or term 2. Ka level 7.
Yeah.
Or term 3. And then more level 5, level 6. Then term 4. Is it possible for Okaya?
Okay, stay on the line. Aruto gore medorothiare. Ke mathata. How na mohlolo tla etsahala mona. Okay, let's hear it.
All right. Ere ke semolle ke re ke leboga potso ya hao Katlego. Katlego di institution di na le admission requirements ne. Le motho ka fetsa grade 11, you need to pass your grade 12 in order to be admitted to further your studies at the universities. No university will accept you. Utleletse mo radiong batho ba bolela ka di APS score. Ke admission point score. Tse le gore di university di a di lebella and they look at the national senior certificate. High grade 11. Grade 11 you can actually use it to apply to the university. Akere ne? Let's when I know it's a grade 12 akere ne. So you want to go to university next year. So what you can do is that you can use your grade 11 report, final year, or apply for university. So that you can secure a space while you are busy doing your matric. Or 2018, you can course of university.
Okay. So,
all right.
Yeah, which is now. I get some Abuja only degree electricity. And get and then now only job like let's follow.
All right. Go to university, what we call gore kana ba khono credit. Akere o na le a degree a re no re ke a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering ne, which relatively takes 4 years to complete in a normal institution like the University of Pretoria, the university tse dingwe ne. So because of more curriculum ya higher engineering ne, ho na le mathematics ne, ho na le physical science. So a ka ilo approach the faculty ya health ne, then ba tlo kgona mo credita so instead ra bo ela ilo tsa mathematics hape, you'll be credited. But remember hore medicine le engineering a di tshwane sis. As much as re na le the doctors tse le gore they are operating phela batho a ke ra se dikoloi ka tla honor or asidi mabone honor kana ba ka ba tshupela go operation they need to go through the training. So you need to go through the training ya gore o nne medical doctor anne medical doctor ne, but he can be credited ne.
O shapo Khetha.
Sorry?
Udrile.
A kutlile ke a leboga ba.
Tara Khetha, calling all the way from to community radio. No, ke te tshwere re ke ska tshega now when they said ba apa ba thasi dikoloi. I nearly lost it. But ba chupedi, you know. You cannot treat the human beings like you're treating your electrical circuits. It doesn't work that way, though. But human beings are electrical to a certain point, which was something very interesting that I'm researching at the moment. Let's go to Pinky from MASH. Pink, hey, Lindsay, your stations are calling this evening. Pinky from Mashishi.
Hello.
Legamme.
Teng le kae?
Rona.
Rona.
Ya, be ke go rona. Ke a tsaba re ba go tloba Mashishi bona ba bolela. Ba rona le kae na le gona?
Ya ra bolela mara nna ke ra ke bolele mara ke tla le ka go bolela ga.
Nke re bolela ga nke re go rona o tla ifitsa kae?
Okay, ke dirile matric wa ka 2007 ne. Mara ka o feilela.
Okay.
So 2008 ka sapa and then the result a gona a ganga khotsa se go dira ke nka tsona. So ta give up vele ka ngala. So no ke ne go wele ke gape ke ngwana mara ke ne go change because ke ne ke choose science. So ke ne go tsona gore go possible gore ke wele ke gape ke ngwana mara ke change subject ke because ke fetse vele math and science.
Khan weni bo ngwalang khat.
Nna.
O re ngwadile khan.
Ke ngadile nna ka a ka ke ngadile then ka ke go tsa di result the following year ke ke go ke sapa ka ke go tsa di result ya since nka lebelela a zang ka ba ka di go ke rena se ke ngala.
Skwanga.
So mara ke ne go nna jalo ke no ke ne go boela ga ke nka ke ngwala matric wa ka gape mara ke ne go change math le science ke dire sa ke ngwala sa teng.
Which is a good thing. Which is a good thing, Pinky. You're taking courage. Stay on the line. We're going to answer that very, very quickly. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Pinky, thank you very much. All right. Do you know what is so interesting the amended senior certificate is that hore akira motho hasana what is called school-based assessment sa high. So le hore ba re no write the test there, assignment project le bona le 5 nyana for history or this. So in some cases o tlotla le hore motho na tsena matric but he couldn't make it. Then after a certain years, like maybe 3 to 4 years, they are expire. So with the amended, they do not consider that. So you are able to change, basically, and do another subject.
So she can change?
She can change because of under the old curriculum. Right. So she can still change.
Why are you Pinky?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Pinky listening from MASH FM. Ariyango Tandi is listening right here around the corner. Impact 103. Tandi. Sis T. Ronald guy Mark. Eh.
From Impact.
Yeah.
Ke le ngwana o fetsa o ngola matric wa hae last year.
Yeah.
Una le di A ya physical science, una le math, una le B, una le B ya biology, le geography A, una le English, una le C. Joaneng ke botata na ba ka bu mo nantatelang. Ngwana ona o wa ka ke ngwana ka ke dula mo Amanskala ke sebetsa mo Montana. Jale o nantsa dula le mama ka ko Lesotho. O editse matric high ko teng.
Okay.
jaanong bothatanyana ba ka ke tšhelete e ngata-ngata ke tlameng go tšhentšha certificate ke tsone tse o sa tsena tshwere di-symbols tsa gae ko satwa.
Yeah.
Then o batla go etsa di-engineering.
Okay.
So wa utlwa go ntateilane ke tlo ba le ngwana ditseng for selemo sena fela ke tse gona batho ba Department of Higher Education ba ka nthusa na.
Absolutely. How we'll find out. I'll find out or what to say, but I'm sure somebody can come on board. Am I maybe jumping the gun?
Yes.
All right. Ke na le potso bobedi hape ke na le takatso bobedi hape ya gore a ke tsebo gona mme jalo ka hana boletse mara a se bedise mo go tsetsa a ka bua le yena mo for career cause go di plekeng tse ka gantsela ke ne ke ba le ditaba tsa bo nyao pele so ha hona ditaba tsa bo di career development so ngwana o feletsa a sa tsebe hantle gona ke batla ho etsa engineering ke batla ho etsa eng mara a pasitse hantle tsena.
Ke a utlwa mme wa ka re tla nka di-number tsa hao in fact re na le tsona lens re na le di-number tsa hao okay yeah re tla o founela and then o re fetsa hae.
Okay papa.
Thank you mme wa ka. Let's go all the way to Kimberley. I left Pretoria at one stage. It was 7 o'clock in the evening, and I thought I was going to get to Kimberley at about 11 o'clock. So I thought. And I only arrived there 2:30 in the morning. So Kimberley, place of the big hole. Lesego?
Hello?
How's Lesego guy?
Ke teng wena o ka ya buti?
Ke teng, ke kopa o kwale radio ya hao.
Ke teng wena o kae?
Ke teng. No batla ho utlwa mo radio ke na. Potso ya hao e reng mme?
Okay, abuti nna potso ke ke botsa gore if maybe a person o pass grade 11 a gagwe bontle like sharp ka di-grades tse di sharp and then a fail grade 12 4 years back and no o batla go etsa that amended senior certificate o tshwanetse a ye ko kae or ke di-number tse fetse o tshwanetse o di founele to register that.
Okay, I'm sure we'll give you those numbers at the end of the show. Yeah, my guest is saying, Los Katsonye Khalesejo, re tlo offer those numbers at the end of the show, right?
All right, thank you, Abuti.
Thank you, Mewak. All right, we've got about 5 minutes to go. 0800 142 446. 0800 142 446. One of the questions I want to know really is can an organization, really, like an NGO, an NPO, if you want to call it, get the qualification or accreditation as a CDP group? If maybe they want to jump in and say, we want to assist.
Okay, thank you for this question. Basically, there is a potential professional body that has been identified to professionalize the career development practitioners itself. But right now they need to conclude their registration and recognition process with the South African Qualifications Authority according to the NQF Act. So now, once the professional body has been registered and recognized by SAQUA, abbreviation, is that they will now be able to look at if whether it is possible for them to professionalize the career development practitioners from an NGO or an organization. We'll still have a discussion about that. And once that organization, that professional body has been registered, we'll come and inform the listeners because we are excited about the process itself.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about capacitating those who are in the practice itself. What career development resources are available to capacitate the career development practitioners?
Okay. The Department of Higher Education and Training have made it possible for people to actually be capacitated. Because of now, as the Department of Higher Education and Training, they have released a policy called the Competency Framework for the Career Development Practitioners in South Africa. So that competency framework is a policy itself. It will help the career development practitioners to know that, okay, this is the skill that I have and this is the skill that I still require. Because of when you look at the competency framework, basically it's having a level like a pyramid, whereby now there is an entry level. That is where now we speak about this qualification, the career information occupational qualification called the career information officer qualification. Then we are talking about the advanced. Right. Then we are talking about the specialist. Because of within that pyramid, there has to be a specialist. Those we are mentioning the psychologist, the psychometrist, and those people that particularly they are registered with the professional bodies such as the Health Professional Council of South Africa, which is the HPCSA. So now this professional body, the potential professional body, wants to regulate and professionalize the two sections that exist, which is the entry and the advance. Right. So now what maybe the NGOs can do is just to actually call the department, the career development services, to actually request for the competency framework for the career development practitioners in South Africa, to say that, okay, let's identify, because of that would actually tell them about the competency and the knowledge that the career development practitioner needs to have in order for them to continue with the work.
Awesome stuff. Let's take the last caller for the evening, and we're chatting to Matume. Matume, wena o tsheleleditše o le moletši. Matume? Matume?
Tobe.
Le kae na?
Rona motlhomphegi.
Rona tata gore na pušwa lena e reng?
Ke be ke gopela go botsiša bothata tšebo ka gore ke sekolong ke mphatong wa bo Marematlou, mphato wa bolesomepedi. Ke tsere dithuto goba ke kgethile dithuto tse e leng gore ke lemoile ka morago gore botsebotse dithuto tse ke di kgethileng ga se ke e leng gore di tlo nkiša mošomong o e leng gore ke tloa ke lebeletse gore ke go šoma gona. Jele ke tlhakatlhakane ga ke tsebe le gore na ge se taba di le bjalo na nka kgona go khwetsa tharollo e bjanya ka pele e ka bang e kaone.
O sa le sekolong gone bale? Nke ke botše thuto tšeo re tšereng gore ke tšefeng?
Ke tsere thuto tša
geography le history. Well, wena ke eng se e leng gore se ka go thabiša? Ke eng se e leng gore nyako se dira?
Ke be ke nyaka go šoma kwa boemafofane kwa go tlela boemafofane go tlela difofane motho mongwe o lopišana le difofane.
You know why I'm saying Matume? It's incredible that you're phoning and you're the last caller, and I wanted to tell a story about myself, a short story about myself before it's on line. Eric, I'm going to come to you now. They're telling me that you're on the line. I'm coming to you now, Eric. Matume, you're in the same predicament that I was in when I was in matric. You've actually taken the same subjects that I've taken when I was in matric. Don't worry, we'll still give him the details. I took the same subject, and I wanted to become a pilot. And that was very detrimental. Eric, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let Dorothy speak to you. But I'm going to add in what you can do on the side to pursue your career as a pilot or as an aviation engineer. Dorothy, would you like to jump in there?
Okay.
Okay, maybe before you do that, let me take quickly this caller quickly and then release him. This is Eric. Eric listening on Impact. Eric?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I thought I was not going to go through.
No, you're through.
Okay. I just want to make a quick comment. I have a younger sister who's, she dropped out of school, I think, around grade 10. I'm working as an occupational therapist in Amanskraal.
Okay.
And I graduated, I think, in 2015. And then when I went back home, because she had dropped out of school quite some time ago, she, when I started mentioning to her, some of the learning opportunities that everything like that, we heard of a school or an ABED. I just call it an ABED. I heard there's a new name now.
Yeah.
Yes, and then she has started going there, and I can tell you she is so inspired, and every day she's looking forward, and she's really encouraging. She's been encouraging other people, and other people have also been registering with the school.
All right. Thank you so much.
I just want to know,
yeah.
I just want to know, which ones do we know, they are registered or, they are the relevant ones that they... Because I don't want at the end of the day she's there attending and you find that it's not an accredited thing or it's not something that is genuine.
Okay, 100%. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that question, Eric. Aratomeka ela ya Matume, and then we'll come to Eric.
Okay, all right. Okay. Ke gopela simolla ka ya me wa go Lesotho wa ngwana wa go Lesotho because of it's very important.
How did I leave that out? Okay.
A hlokomele taba itseng. So o itse ngwana o hla ka qualification e tswang Lesotho. Akere o mo South Africa o phasitse hantle o boletse ka di B ka di C, you know ngwana o entse hantle. But in South African context batho ba etsa phoso ka ho ya ko SAQA, South African Qualifications Authority. Hello hore ngwana o batlo ya ko university. ne hore kana a kgone ho etsa course, because of they are aware hore the South African Qualifications Authority is able to evaluate foreign qualification. But here is the gist. The issue is that they are able to evaluate the foreign qualification and tell you the NQF level of your qualification in the South African context. But they cannot assist when it comes to university admission requirements. That is why now the sister ya SAQA ki Universities South Africa, formerly known as HISA, Higher Education South Africa. Those are the people that are able also, that is an organization that is able also to evaluate, as well as EME mo bohlakoreng, like mo mahareng ga moithuti le university, the institution, to say that, okay, this person is having a foreign qualification and he wants to access this. Please open up. Then the University of South Africa, ba bitsa ba re ke USA hona no, because of it changed the libitso akere. So they are able to stand there and be able to assist. So my advice is mama ba around, they are based around Hatfield. Yes, ba mo Hatfield, and then ukutlula are obereka nkare Montana.
Which is not necessarily far.
Yes, so she's not far. So aka kgona hore aba access mo, and then le mo teng, even though who evaluate the qualification it's other foreign countries, it's one of the steps still difficult, because of we need to bring it in such a way hore kana re hlalohanye mo South Africa. That is why I hope on the advert le university, but if a person is having a foreign qualification, they need to make sure that they evaluate it with SAQA or HISA. Yes, in order for them to access these opportunities. All right.
Quickly,
Matume. You know, one of those things ki ratile ko hore o boletsa around March about his predicament, ne? And then even though a ka kgona boledisana le principal, a utlwisise le principal le barutishi ba bang hore here is my predicament, or I have these subjects that I don't want and I want to become a pilot. To become a pilot, you know, you need mathematics and physical science, and there are certain things that badi lebella. Your height has to count as well, your vision has to count as well. So because of Batlo Libella Horo, okay, if you are using lenses, you cannot. You can't, because of that way we're not so you rather become a person while you are in the system. But you undergo a cadet training program that the South African Airways has introduced. But normally they want mathematics at least 60%.
Tell me
physical science. English, you need to have it with at least a minimum of 60%. So that is the cadet training program.
Yeah, tell me about that. Okay, well, I'll come back to you, Matome. Let's wrap it up. Kaya, Eriki, are onyogo check up which places are accredited. If somebody wants to go to an institution, they're not sure if that place is accredited or registered. Where can they go?
All right, they can actually contact us. One of those things that has actually happened was that this IET, Adult Education and Training Institutions, they are now part and parcels of the Department of Higher Education and Training. And we are having the system that we are working together with the Department of Basic Education, because formerly this institution used to belong under the Department of Basic Education. So hona no akanetse ra khona hore mo check ele le rona hape re confirm le DBE as well, because of it's a bit of a transition from DBE to our offices. So what we do is that we are able to work together with the Department of Basic Education to find out if whether that institution is actually registered. But normally they operate like it's a normal school, primary school. Then you find that the facilitator is the manager, the center manager. They just come in because of its afternoon classes basically they use there. So what they are able to do is just to, you know, confirm into Dimokai and what is the school where they are operating. We'll be able to assist them.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, Matome, with the issue, being a pilot. my producer just wrote on the screen for me, Karabo, you are short. I'll never jump into your plane. Matome, I'm doing that at the moment. I'm doing my pilot's license. I'm doing what they call a PPL. That's a private pilot's license. You know, in movies, when I let this line, they say, you want to do it the easy way or the hard way. At the time, they're strangling you. The easy way is to do it via school where you are right now. Take the right subjects, and then, like you said, the cadet pilot training that the South African Airways is offering. If you've got good marks on those 2 subjects, they can train you, and you don't have to pay a single cent because they're going to pay for your PPL, the advance into your commercial pilot's license as well. If you want to do it the hard way, like I'm doing it right now, where you pay your each and every cent yourself, is you can go to a private pilot school and you can obtain your PPL there and advance into your commercial pilot's license from there. So since you're in school, Matumi, get those grades. Ungafani nami. There we go. Thank you so much for my guest this evening. Her name is Dorothy Ngoza. She's the Career Development or Information Officer coming from the Department of Higher Education and Training, running the program Khetha, which is going to be running each and every week on this station that you're listening to right now. And thank you so much to all the radio stations that have come in. And we apologize to all the callers that could not come in so that we can take your calls. We apologize for that, but there's always another time. So call in next time and make sure that you call in a bit earlier when it's not that hectic. Thank you to the crew for this evening, and that is Mr. Lindama Zibugo. He's the sound engineer for this evening, making sure that the sound is crystal clear and the connectivity is stable as well. Thank you so much to Mr. Lennox Truss. He's qualified to be called the Minister of Telephones for this evening. There we go. That's Mr. Class there. And of course, not forgetting the guy that's making sure that the smiles are captured and all the emotions that are running into this show this evening captured on video. That is Mr. Puletswai coming from our video department. And of course, the Sundowns Lelolo. Ciao for now. Let's meet again next week. Same place, same time. It was